Karibuni sana to another episode of the Pan-African Bliss right here on the Black Fire Network. Media for the 21st century. Hope you're doing great on this amazing day. And of course, it is the 21st of the month, July, right here in the 254. Hope that these vibes are finding you at an amazing place and in great health and peace. Karibuni sana. And of course, you can see me. I'm in the mood for the Amapiano vibe, and that is what's up. And I had Keith yesterday listening to the Amapiano vibe. But if you only knew, the South African vibes are really amazing vibe. But that is not what we shall be talking about. I'm looking forward to having an amazing conversation, and I hope so do you. We are live on every platform. We are on Facebook, on Twitter, and also on Instagram. We are also on Spreaker. You can catch us live over there. You can also stream with us on Spotify, and you can also download our app on the Google Play Store. Karibuni sana. My name is Joby. Once again, this is the Pan-African Bliss on the Black Hot Fire Network Media for the 21st century. I shall get back into the music when I come back. I have an amazing quote, and then we shall be getting our focus into Mali. We have been speaking about Mali some couple months ago, but today we shall be talking about what the World Bank wants to do in Mali, and of course also other news and updates coming from Uganda and many different African countries right here in the 254. Yes, and the quote of the day says that don't be too busy. Don't be busy to be productive. Don't be busy to be productive. And of course, that is an amazing positive quote of the day. And I do hope that you are not too busy to be productive on your end. But Karibuni sana once again. This is the Pan-African Bliss on the Black Fire Network Media for the 21st century. My name is Joby, and like I said, I'm looking forward to having an amazing conversation. It is exactly 30 minutes past 12 p.m. right in the 254. But you can let me know you're streaming with us from on our platforms on Facebook, on Twitter, and also on Instagram. In case you're joining us for the first time, Karibu. And of course, this is the Black Fire Network Media for the 21st century. You can also join us officially by clicking onto our link that is on the www.blackfirenetwork.com. And in case I'm pronouncing it too quickly, it is streaming down there below you. You can see the chat. But Karibuni sana, as I said, today our main focus My main focus shall be going into Mali, and we shall be discussing about what the World Bank wants to do, because they are claiming they will resume their financial operation that is in Mali, and we shall be getting into details more on that. But for now, let me go back to what is happening in terms of the coming the coming elections, that is in the 9th of August this particular year, that is in Kenya, and we have like a few, actually like a week to go, and of course, like we have been discussing, it has a lot of tension on it. Tribalism being the first major key that has been used to, divide our people, to run political rallies, and also so many things that bring a lot of tension in the country. But also, it comes when we go back to the people who have been running the country for the last 10 years. We've seen that in terms of like Uhuru, where before he was elected, he said that he'll be fighting corruption and so many things. But we've seen that right now he's turned out to be the most corrupt person in terms of loans. We've seen how many loans he's taken and so many things that we can't even mention. But also not him, but also the people who have been working under him. And right now we have actually a politician who is from the Mandera County, one of the counties right here in the 254, and he actually, people are raising questions because ever since this guy was elected, he has not even, because we've been speaking of politicians investing in, outside the country. We've seen how many offshores are owned outside the country. We've seen how many companies are owned outside the country. On the video I showed about Uhuru and his legacy and his family, how they have so many companies outside the country. But when it comes to us, our people, the people who have elected these politicians to be on the seat, we are forgotten. They make manifestos right now. Of course, everyone is going to fall for every lie, especially because they have reduced the Uganda flag. Every lie that is going to be passed this particular week, people are going to sink with it. And you find that so many people, especially because of the Uganda flag, has been reduced. I think it's going to run maybe till the end of election. I think, again, it is going to make a lot of people turn into the polling stations and go vote for whoever is supposed to be elected as a president. But going back to Mandera, what is really happening? They're saying that it is a shame of Mandera that the politicians with known homes, they don't even have homes in their own county, and not even in the country itself, even leave alone even the county. So they're saying that the Mandera County residents are worried. A lot of politicians continue crisscrossing the country seeking to be elected for different positions in the 9th August elections. And they say that the most of the politicians seeking seats are sons and daughters of Mandera who left the county long ago and have set their base in Nairobi and other places. And they say it is difficult to reach the politicians after they are elected. And I'm so certain if I were to show the pictures of Mandera County, you're gonna see how crazy it looks. And right now we have the same people yapping their mouth, yet they don't even have a home in their own county, promising people false manifestos. So they're saying that we have elected people who do not even know the daily suffering of the residents of Mandera, and this is because of our clan-based politics, going up again back to the ethnic groups and all this, and of which I will also be touching on, because also in Kenya we have 40 ethnic groups, and right now I think 43, and so far we've seen that, this has been like the way politicians run their own game, and this again turns into us because we end up fighting amongst ourselves as they cheer for their own celebration, or rather for their own achievement of who has been elected. But they're saying Mr. Kishuri say that unlike in the most countries where politicians could easily be found are traced at their homes, things are different in Mandera. And we have to make a phone calls to our politicians, leaders in Nairobi, Nakuru, and Mombasa whenever we need an issue solved locally. And among the 5 candidates for the governor's set in Mandera, only one has fixed a board in the county. And this is someone who's not even been elected, but someone who has been there for the last 10 years, working under Uhuru's government. He has not done anything. He doesn't even pick up calls, and we also have people living in the same place and in poverty. Let me just share a couple of pictures of how Mandera really looks like, and you get to understand what I'm really talking about, because these are the most highly spoken places where we have kids studying under trees. We have, women they have to carry water, and they maybe sometimes facing drought in such kind of places. But this is how the Mandera County definitely does look like. And it's not, they're showing the posh places, but definitely you can see it is full of droughts, like places like this. We have full of droughts, and if you go deeper, leave alone these pictures they're showing, we have children who study under the tree. You can see like an example of this. We have animals dying because of drought, where we have climate control. We have people fighting over livestock. I remember there's a time Katie did mention where we have people fighting over livestock and all this. But this has been happening for a long time. And every time we have elections, the same people, once they're elected, they forget what they said like 10 years ago and come back and make the same manifestos, and people fall for them. But this time I think people should learn and have enough of it, because it is literally crazy. But they're saying among the 5 candidates of the governor's seat in Mandera, only one has fixed the abode in the county, and Mr. Muhammad, the United Democratic Movement of the United Democratic Movement candidate and speaker of the county assembly, has a home in Mandera town, but he rarely stays there. And he recently converted the workshop, he converted it to a workshop of a construction company associated with him into a campaign center. And Mr. Adan Abdullah Mohammed, a former cabinet secretary and the Jubilee Party candidate, operates from a hotel whenever he is in Mandera. Yesterday, I got some information from a friend, and she was telling me how we even have Uhuru, he tried to chase away, not Uhuru, but Uhuru and Ruto. We claim we have free education. And when we speak of free education, we're speaking of public schools, which are supposed to be provided by the government. Children are not supposed to be paying school fees. Uniforms are supposed to be provided, because for a kid to be taken to a free public school, definitely this is someone who is coming from a family which is not financially okay. But in the other hand, we have Uhuru, who has been trying to grab lands, and Ruto. They've been trying to grab lands of these public schools and turning them into hotels. A lot of details are hidden outside here, and that's why when you say the government, the media, which is working under the government's instructions, they'll never reveal the truth of what even our politicians are doing, and the promises they are making, and the failures they are also doing. And it is such a big shame. But I can't say I go. I'm just looking forward to an amazing election, and a peaceful one, because that is what really matters for now. But going also to other different matters, right now we've been speaking of the food inflation that is happening across the African countries. We're speaking of Nigeria, we're speaking of Ghana. Yesterday, we saw that Ghana is looking forward to borrowing some loans from the IMF. And of course, the leader had said that he's not going to be seeking loan. Once when he got to the seat, he said he will never in any way seek loans from the foreign countries. But apparently, the country has already failed economically, and right now they're seeking help on how they can, resolve things like food security. We also saw yesterday on the Africa Today show, we have Biden, who was meeting. That is in 13th December to 15th December of all the African presidents. And I wonder, with the Agenda 2030, what they are supposed to be told, because do you remember again? There's a video I shared of Billy Gates where he said that, we have more and more pandemics coming. That was from 2020, which they planned. I bet from 2019, because it began in 2019 from China, but in Africa it hit in 2020. But they say this is supposed to go up to 2030. And definitely God who knows, which type. So far we have Marburg type of virus. We have in Tanzania, we have Nipro something type of disease they came up with. In so many African countries, they're trying to come up with everything. But coming back to inflation, in Nigeria, what is really happening, we have a strike of the bread makers, and that it has happened actually for 4 days so far. And the bakers in Nigeria are turning off their ovens at midnight in a row, and they're over the rising cost of wheat flour and the other products like diesel, and that are having an impact on their profits. And the member of one of the bakers' union are demanding the government subsidies. And speaking of subsidies, we shall be also going back to Uganda, because also Uganda right now, the president has been being forced to subsidize the prices of everything, like including the bread, including the diesel, and all that. But in Nigeria, they're saying that Emmanuel Onura, the president of the Premium Bread Makers Association, told the BBC that some bakeries had to fire the staff as they were unable to pay the salaries. And they're also saying that he suggested that the government should stop charging 15% tax of the imported wheat and the price of which has already shot up in this year because of the war in Ukraine. Definitely, you know that is a lie. For me, I'll still stick to my own decision. If only we continue with agriculture, I'm so certain we have amazing lands, we have fertile lands, but because the Mzungu came with the chemicals, right now we can't even plant anything naturally. We still have to depend on the fertilizer. For me personally, I've gone to the rural areas rather to the village. I've seen any season time of farming. There are those who use fertilizers, there are those who use, they just do it normally and food is gonna grow out like how we used to do way back. But right now, most of the farms have been destroyed, and that's why we have also failed as a continent because we gave away what was really important and they gave us something that was supposed to be destroying us. But that is what is happening in Nigeria, and of course I bet also in other countries they're going to be coming forth also maybe. In Kenya so far we've not had shortages of bread and anything. The price is high, yes, but I've not had the bakers saying that this is what is going to happen. Coming back to Uganda, I did speak of subsidizing, and right now the Ugandan leader he defends the decision against the subsidizing of things, and they're saying that the Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni has defended his government decisions not to give subsidies or reduce taxes in the wake of a sharp rise in the cost of living. And he was addressing the nation in a televised speech that was yesterday and in the night, and amid high fuel prices, on high fuel prices and food shortages in some parts of the country. And there's a time I saw that in parts of Uganda we have like 1 million people have died right now so far because of inflation, because of the hunger, because of droughts. And the same that Mr. Museveni said the subsidies misled people to think that there was plenty and would deplete the country's foreign reserves. And he said the tax cuts would also lead to the stalling of the infrastructure projects. And Mr. Museveni also warned that the price of the fuel was likely to remain high even after the Russia and Ukraine war. And he said that the way forward would be to begin the move away from petrol to electrical cars and rail transport. When you speak of electrical cars, which African country so far has produced any electrical cars? I mean, at speak of Kenya, we've seen some people trying to, interchange cars, trying to do some things, but the problem is we lack enough financial support. There's no one supporting these youths who also come with this innovation. I've tried this, but what can you do to make it better? Instead, the idea is bought by the foreigners, and you find that this idea was no longer invented by any African. They claim now it is the Europeans. So if Museveni speaks of electrical cars, for us to be a way to not use petrol, or for the Ugandans not to use petrol, he has not done anything. In the last 40 years, he has been on the seat, or maybe 30 years. And so far, we saw the 2021 election. I'll be sharing a video of what he did. He did attack his opposition, and he tried to prosecute the opposition, but which failed. And that this guy needs to be removed out of the seat. It's either people are going to take over the country, or the Europeans are going to overthrow him, like Keith was trying to say. But let me share this particular video of Museveni and the rule and how he has been ruling the country, because the country has been, he's a dictator. And I was saying, if we're not careful, in Kenya, we're going to be having also the same thing. We're going to be also maybe electing a dictator. But I see K. Williams in the building. You're saying, peace to you, Joby. You look nice today. I always look nice every day. Thank you. And K. Williams is saying that it is 5:40 a.m. on your end. Thank you so much for joining us, and you're saying you're getting ready for work. I appreciate you for joining us and for checking in on what news and updates we have coming across the African countries. But let me share this particular video of Yoweri Museveni, not really him, but his opposition leader, that was in 2021, where they were speaking about, not this one, not really this one. They're speaking about how corruption has been the major key and how Museveni is scared to lose power. And I really agree to that, because I think also with everything that Uhuru is trying to do, is also scared to lose power. But let me share this particular video. We get to hear what Bobby Wine was saying about his opposition leader, Yoweri Museveni.
Robert Chagulani, a pop star turned politician who's known by the stage name Bobby Wine, is recognised as the new face of Uganda's opposition. But his rise to prominence has not been without its challenges. Bobby Wine's popularity is considered a threat to President Yoweri Museveni, who's been in office for more than 30 years. His government has arrested.
He is a threat, and this because he has been trying to make changes in the country. I mean, Ugandans, I bet they're really tired, starting maybe from the officers, starting from everyone. I'd really love to go to Uganda and maybe talk to a couple of people, or maybe I don't know if we can have Maria, and if she can let us know about the situation currently in Uganda in terms of inflation, in terms of how also the leadership is going. Of course, we know a lot of corruption is there, but what are the people's thoughts? That is one thing I'd really love to know. What are the people's thoughts regarding overthrowing Museveni? So I think we're gonna maybe look forward and have a show with Maria, and I'll be organizing on that and see what information she can also give us.
And prosecuted Bobby Wine several times, and the opposition figure has accused security forces of torturing him. But the 37-year-old is not holding back his ambition. In fact, he's now directly challenging President Museveni in elections expected to be held in 2021. But will his popularity be enough to get him elected? And what are his plans for the way forward? Uganda's Bobby Wine talks to Al Jazeera. Bobby Wine, leading opposition politician from Uganda, thank you for talking to Al Jazeera. And let me start by asking you to tell us what's wrong with things in Uganda right now.
I will try to be diplomatic and say many things are wrong, but if I was to be real, I would say almost everything is wrong, and it all begins with leadership. We have what many people describe as a kleptocracy for a government, which we hope to make better.
It's relatively recent that you've emerged on the political scene. You were, before that, a musician. Why did you decide to go into politics?
I'm a musician, social activist, and a ghetto youth who recently, I call it recent, but it's 2 years ago, decided to run and become a member of parliament.
So was it a natural evolution from that to politics, or was there a moment that made you decide to get involved in politics?
I would say it was a natural evolution, because initially, like any other young man, I was singing about the girls and the parties and everything. But, you know, over time, after realizing...
Bobby Wine.
How are you doing? Yes, how are you doing?
Bobby Wine, the other puppet.
Easy?
Yeah, yes. He told you got to be sophisticated. Maria already interviewed him. Maria was one of the few people that's going to put Maria in jail. I had to get it. Maria interviewed him 3 years ago for Black Hot 5. He invited him to his house, interview him, and shout out to Maria, so damn smart. She knew he's a puppet. I knew he was a puppet. Yo, but you got to start doing. You got to leave your feelings behind, and you got to like Jim Mosquito said. You got to start researching people's past. Who is this Bobby Wine? Who are his contacts? Like when he was in America, meeting with Bill Gates, Killer Gates, and everybody else who's funding him. All they do with Africans, because you're not sophisticated, they replacing the old boss with the new boss, and the same people are behind the new boss, and the policies will never change. They know Uganda's so desperate for change that they'll set up the new puppet, and you think it's an opposition to the old puppet, and nothing will change. He's a puppet.
If he is a puppet, why didn't he win his election? I'm so certain, like you're saying, Ugandans are desperate for change, but again, Museveni has tried to prosecute him, so why? Why?
Because that's all show. That's all show for the people. To say for the useless idiots, for the dummies. You got to be told you, Joe, but when you do that, you should have researched him. You got caught in emotion. Yeah, Bobby Wine's about change, like every other African, not going back and understand who the fuck is he? Who backs him? Where his money come from? Who's behind him? Maria knew it. Maria said, "Oh," and the question she asked, he's a puppet. I said, yes, Maria, he's a puppet. I'll let you make your own decisions. Your own. I wish we said. I wish we said them damn. I wonder if we had that on Facebook. I think she just on YouTube. We lost all them damn interviews. You can go down. Hold on, let me see something quick. Let me see if I can. Let me see something. Oh, give me a second, Joey. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. See if I can do this real quick. We use that just to cover her thing. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Give me 1 second. So we can do this real quick.
So what you mean?
I'm ready.
And in that little video with this, you seen that was her with Bobby Wine. That was the interview that she had with Bobby Wine. And knowing that Bobby Wine is a puppet, Joby, you can't get caught up in the euphoria. I told you, as Africans, you have to learn to be sophisticated. Can't get caught up in your emotions. You can't read between the lines. You get caught up thinking he's a real opposition leader. They put their puppets in before they about to get rid of their old puppet. They want to make him popular. So it makes it like you really made the change, not the people that's controlling the 70s. Like, yeah, he's out there fighting. Yeah, we're running behind him. Yeah. As Maria said, Africans are ignorant. Ugandans were ignorant. They don't know what the youth, they don't know what the hell they voted. They just excited. They want to get rid of the 70. They don't know they're going to get the same shit. I said, I know, Maria. I said, I know.
Every opposition leader is always funded by someone from the Europe, for
Usually,
them to try and put the other leader from the seat.
They know you're getting tired of the old leader. They know eventually these corrupt that you want to change after 35 years of this moron. They know you desire change. They don't want to cut this no good ass in power. They know you desire change. So if I'm gonna maneuver the change that you say you want. It's not gonna be change. I know you're ignorant, Joby. I know you're stupid. I made you stupid because all your educational systems in Africa, you're really idiots. You're functional idiots. So most of you won't know that it's me creating this opposition leader to the leader that I know you can't stand. You want to overthrow his ass. So I make him popular. He's a singer. And I said, where's money come from? Then you got to start digging. You can't get caught up in your emotion. You got to be able to be a journalist, Joby.
That is why I'm digging, because at least with this information I'm bringing up, you're telling me he's a puppet, because I didn't know he's a puppet.
But you were supposed to dig deeper. Joby.
I'll know the next time what information to bring.
You being a journalist was supposed to dig deep and find out what you brought. Oh, you saying he's a change, and blah blah blah. You didn't? Did you do any research on his ass, Joby? Did you study this man?
I did.
There you go.
Like for me, as a fellow any other African person, I know Bobby Wine is just from being an artist, and we saw him maybe going.
Well, there you go. Then you'll get the same shit you've always gotten. You'll get a change of person. He's backed by the same corrupt bastards, and then 3 years. Why the country ain't changing? We put him in here. Why the country's the same way? He said, "Oh damn, they got food again."
My bad family, but at least information is the key. That is what I can really say. Information is key. So for me, I didn't know that Bobby Wine is also a puppet. I was maybe sharing.
You didn't research. You didn't research him. Told you that. You didn't research him. You can't. You went with your emotions like most Africans. He's a different man. Look at him fighting for justice. Look at him out there. Okay, who funds him? Who backs him? Where's his money come from? He's been locked up over and over again. Where's his money coming from? Don't have a damn job. Lives in a nice ass big home. This is like a damn mansion in Uganda. Where that money come from? Hey, he was a pop singer. That money's all dried up. And Museveni kept locking his ass up. So who was funding him and his wife and his family? Not the people of Uganda. They're fucking broke. So when you go back and peel back the curtain, as Maria did, I gotta call her again. Call her. She's back in journalism school getting her investigative journalism license. You must be an investigative journalist, Joe. We gotta find out, who back say what type to him and Bill Gates, him and the Rothschilds and Rockefellers. Who back Bobby Wine? The Rockefellers back his ass. That's who backed this no good bastard. He's a perfect guy. He's handsome, he's young, he's a great speaker, he moves the crowd. Hell yeah, Bobby Wine, yeah, Bobby Wine, yeah. They right back in the same wicked motherfucker's hands who created Museveni, no good ass. And you got no clue. We'll replace my old puppet with my new puppet. That's always been the African plan. That's always been the plan they've done. Because they know that you're not educated and sophisticated enough to know, the new boss is same as the old boss. That's a joke people use. The new boss, same as the old boss, because ain't shit changed. so that's the whole object. You think people don't know? After 35 years of fucking bastard, fucked up rule by this moron, people want to get free of this idiot. They know people don't want Museveni ass in there. They know that people don't like his ass. They know he ain't won no real elections. They know 30 years this nigga lost every election. They don't want to make him win. They don't want money behind his ass. Shit. They know nobody like his ass in Uganda. They don't care. It's about them power.
Well, my apologies. I'm gonna do better research.
It's not your apology. Just that you need to be more sophisticated. I gotta learn. You have to be. You don't have to apologize. You just have to learn to be a better journalist. Say, okay, you can't get caught up in emotion like most Africans, and you must use logic. And first of all, always, and Jill Mosquito told you, which is true. Go back and research Bobby Wine. Where he come from? Who backs him? Why is he always if he's always under arrest, why is he always flying to America? How's he able to lead a country if he's always under arrest? How's he always flying to meet Bill Gates in Boston and Seattle and shit like that? Who funds it? Who's paying? Why would Bill Gates be funding some motherfucker in Uganda? Because he's the new puppet. That's why. That's why he was pushing what? Homosexuality. He said, as Ugandans, we must start accepting the homosexual thing. Everybody knows who supports that shit. So pull this up, Joe. We say Bobby does. I don't know his damn whole name. I need damn Maria to do it. I don't know. Bobby Wine in support of homosexuality. My. I wonder where that came from. In a country, African, that does not support homosexuality. Why would he be jumping out the woods talking about homosexuality? I wonder whose agenda is that. I wonder.
Okay, I think the reason why I pulled it up is because I was thinking the reason why Bobi Wine was denied the chance to become a president is because of the same thing like we are facing in Kenya, which is a perfect example. If you are, leave alone the influence, like if you have good manifestos, of which probably you might change.
It all sounds good, but that all sounds good to the stupid masses. Did you investigate people? You have to think all the influence probably phony. Go find out where the influence came from. Go back and research these people. Don't get caught up in the emotion. That's called being an investigative journalist. Don't get caught up in the emotion. Might not be on YouTube. Might go to DuckDuckGo and say Bobby Wine meets say also say Bobby Wine meets with Bill Gates. Why would he be meeting with Bill Gates? Bill Gates is one bringing you the big ugalis and these other wicked things. They don't want about you to lock down. That's Bill Gates. So ask yourself, why is he being backed by Killer Gates? You know, you gotta research people, Joe. You can't just you got caught up like most people in emotion. Oh yeah, he's out there. Yeah, it's the oldest trick in the book. Yeah, he's doing good things. Look what he's saying. I don't give a shit what somebody say. Who the hell backs him?
On the first information, there is the talk about homosexuality from Bobby Wine, and they're saying that there has been so much talk about me in the media all over the world, threats and all because of my opinion about gays. And before anyone accuses me, it is important to understand where I'm coming from, and I hope that it is still with this in the scope of humanity rights. And Uganda is a democratic country, and I do not make the laws. However, it is my duty as a law. It is my duty as a law-abiding citizen to adhere to the law as required of me by the Constitution. And a few months ago, the President of Uganda, after extensive research of consultation, sentenced to the Anti-Homosexuality Act, and 99% of the Ugandans were in support. Wow.
Of course, there's all Africans, but he's pushing the same agenda his masters want him to push, the homosexual agenda in Africa. It's to break up African families. That's why it's in Kenya. That's why it's in Ghana. That's why it's in South Africa, Zimbabwe, Botswana. That's why it's there. African people naturally do not support that shit. We've always naturally been against it. And we're going to do that show again today, explaining some more of the stuff. It's against the universal law. We're going to do it today again on the show today. If I can get in there where I got to go. So we're talking about the caduceus, understanding how the universe works, how it actually works.
But
On the other
information, they're saying that Bill Gates did the funding for Baby Wine to overthrow Museveni, and they're saying that member of parliament, Honorable Robert, has been accused of obtaining illicit finances from America.
Of course, Joby. Of course he had.
Well, I didn't know that information. You know, the problem is, like I was saying from the beginning.
You didn't look it up, Joby. You didn't do your proper research. You got caught up. You got caught up in the emotion, Joby. See, Joby as a woman would not accept responsibility. I told you, women.
I do accept I've failed on that research, but it's because we lack information and the media won't tell the truth about some of the things. So for me, I look at the side that we are being given by the media. But on this other information,
you're not supposed to believe. Being in Africa, Joby, you're now learning. You're not supposed to believe nothing you hear, nothing you see. You're supposed to go investigate it and have critical thinking. Now that you're starting to understand how the world really works, you can't be this little girl anymore, little child, and oh, he's great. Look at the influence, and people love him and his manifestos. Fuck his manifesto. That's all baloney talk. It's like the guy you guys are talking about. I don't know his ass. I don't know what he does. I don't know. I had to investigate that guy. Yeah, you guys are talking about. You know, that's why we gotta get a phone, because I wanted to call him when you guys was talking about that guy, because I wasn't there that day. Oh, they come to try to pay him out. That's all kabuki theater bullshit. I want to go back and research that ass. I'm gonna research you. And when I overturn a rock, and the same wicked bastards are hiding under it, I know you phony as hell. I know you're nothing but the new puppet they're grooming to get popularity, and people will vote for you when you get a little older. And I'll have the government like they're going against you when they're not going against you. That's called a theater. It's a play, Joby. The whole world is a stage, and people are acting in it. So, I'd be such a bad guy if you're really a dictator, like Museveni is. Bobby Wine would never be let out of jail. That's the kabuki theater. They do that for the people, oh, he's fighting. Any dictator would have been killed Bobby Wine, but of course the 70s told you don't touch him. You let, you play this dance because we're gonna replace him with him, not your motherfucking son. We're gonna country's going to Bobby Wine, not your goopy son. We don't want your dumbass son. So that's them making you believe that you changed, made a real change. Hey, we got Bobby Wine in there. And then when 2 or 3 years go by and no shit change, you're like, damn, why ain't nothing changing? What's going on? Then he started locking your ass down, started doing the same wicked shit Museveni did. Because you were too stupid to know that the new boss is same as the old boss. That's how it works.
Well, thank you for informing me. At least I know. At least right now I got some information, and I know I need to do research before representing some of the things. And thank you. But moving on to other different news and updates coming from Kenya, and of course, the election that is coming. But right now, people are also raising questions if this election is going to be peaceful, or is it going to allow, are we going to allow tribalism to also affect us again?
That's why the questions should have been raised like you and Kay were doing questions background. Those questions should have been raised a long time ago. Why is this country still tribal the way it is from 1960, supposedly getting independence, and we became one Kenyan country? Why we're so tribal? Why did that shit happen in 2007 that almost led to Rwanda? How's that possible that the country was actually a real country? So those are questions, you're right, that should have been asked and answered. Those questions from the youth should have been asked and answered. How can it be we're Kenyans and we're still killing each other? And we're all Kenyans since 1960, whatever the hell. How the hell are we still, right? Then we're not all Kenyans. We're all Kamba, we're all Lu, we're all Kikuya, we're all whatever the goofy tribes. I can't name all that goofy shit. That shit annoys me naming that dumb shit. It's like naming all them dumbass Nigerian tribes. That shit annoys me.
Well, be prepared. If you come to Kenya, the first question when you land, you're gonna be asked which tribe do you come from, Especially if you have the American accents, like wow, where do you come from? Which part of Kenya do you come from?
They've asked me that before. They've asked me that from Ghana and Nigeria. Every place I've been, they've asked me that dumb shit. I said I'm from an African tribe, and they face look crazy as hell. What tribe are you from, brother? African tribe. Oh, what tribe is that? Tribe of Africa, nigga. Africa. Learn that first.
So, with this information of the Kenyan election, they're saying that as Kenya gears up for the general election on 9th of August, the BBC Dickens Olwella has written the ethnic divisions have long bedeviled the nation's politics, although there are signs that this may now be changing. I do hope it is changing because tribalism is one of the keys that has been ruling the country. And
that's how you know. That's how you know the African's still backwards and still ridiculously idiotic. Africa, the black African has 2,000 in one continent. There's 2,000 ethnic groups. That's fucking impossible. That means you keep making up other tribes, another tribe, split to another tribe. That's absolutely ridiculous. No way you can have 2,000. No way you can have 2,000 different people. There's no way. But the Africans somehow found a way to be 2,000 different people, which is a lie. It's absolutely bullshit. You can't be 2,000 different people on the same fucking extended continent. That's why you're dysfunctional. 2,000 different people on the same land space. Are you insane? It's absolutely crazy talk.
But this starts from school. So they're saying despite being in primary schools, where we are all vast about our country's ethnic-based politics, so many classmates understood that a huge political loss of the death was the Luo community. Like we say, we have the Luo community, I think, has always been a problem when it comes to politics because of the history that has been there since way back. So they're saying that the ethnic something
it's not your history, it's all lies. Because like I said, on one continuous continent, Yobi, to say that there's 2,000 ethnic groups is a lie. There's no way there can be 2,000 different people. That means there's something wrong with the African. So you got 2,000 different, 2,000 different. You're not a different. There's no such thing as 2,000 cultures on the same fucking land span. The question's gotta be, what's wrong with the goddamn African? What's going on in his goddamn mind? We don't even know. Looking at somebody look just like you, talking about they're different is absolutely crazy. But it became even more crazy because it's 2,000 saying it's 2,000 you that's different on the same land span. Then you got the same fucking culture, just variations of the culture. Everything is a chief in fucking Kenya, chief in Ghana. No, ain't no damn chief in no fucking Europe. Ain't no chief in America. Ain't no chiefs in fucking Asia with most of China. It's only chiefs in Africa. Got the same goofy culture, and you think it's different. Got a chief down in South Africa, chief in Zimbabwe, chiefs over in fucking Botswana. They're the same goofy people that you split up. Now you fight each other, talking about your different tribes and all this ridiculous shit, and it's caused dysfunction amongst African people. And you got these morons, got your Kenyan elders, whatever the fuck they were called, the Kikuyu and whatever that other goofy tribe called elders. We're not gonna vote for the best person that's gonna be the smartest individual that's best for the job. We're gonna make sure we vote for our dumbass tribe. That's what we're gonna do. Exactly. Tribalism is nonsense, but it keeps Africans back. And look, that cracker loves it. White people love to see these niggas in this tribal shit. It keeps them poor, dumb, and controllable. They love it when these Negroes be in these tribes. What tribe are you from, dumb nigga? I'm from this tribe. Okay, sing and dance for me, stupid. Why steal everything? You know, so it keeps them as a childlike people. And you got the Kikuyu elders and whatever goofy other tribe.
The problem has always been because this starts from school. Like I was just reading this particular.
Like I said, they even put it in the schools. In your schools, you imagine. Go ahead, Joby.
Yeah, so they're saying that the ethnic taunting was not uncommon in school playground. I also faced that when I was growing up, and even in classrooms, where some teachers used to stereotype them to praise or criticize people's behavior. So we have children who have been taught, like, you come from this tribe, you can't associate with this tribe. And then when it comes to teachers, they even make it even worse, where there's a group of the clever which come from this tribe, then we have the dummies who come from this tribe.
Ain't it funny? They never asked, and all these moronic ass niggas, they never asked what tribe did Jesus come from. Ain't it funny? They all worship the same fake cat cracker. Why these morons that never asked what tribe white Jesus come from? Why they ain't asked?
Being honest, even without being told, I've known that white people never had a tribe. I've never thought if they had a tribe.
I'm saying, but anyway, of course it's divide and conquer, George. What I'm saying, what that you since you're so caught up in the tribal shit, you worship somebody. Why nobody never asked, what tribe is white Jesus? We all got tribes. What tribe is white Jesus from? You say you don't want to deal with other tribes, but you worship a motherfucker that ain't even in your tribe. You know how crazy that even sounds? How backwards your tribalism is? You worship somebody that's not even in your goddamn tribe, and you hate other people from other tribes. But you worship a motherfucker that ain't in your tribe, that ain't even your goddamn race. That's why Africa keeps failing. Talking about some damn tribe and shit, and the God you worship ain't even from your fucking tribe. And you all worship the same God, the same white Jesus you all worship. But you hate each other because you're from different tribes, but you don't hate the white man that you worship who ain't even from none of you niggas' tribes. You know how backward that sounds? How white people love that shit. These fucking dumbass niggas talking about the tribe. They worshiping us. We ain't even part of none of their stupid ass tribes. They don't want to hear nothing about their dumbass tribes either. But he's God. He's God. Hey, moron. What tribe does, since you say one tribe is like this and one tribe, what tribe does Jesus favor? Does he favor the Canvas? Does he favor the Lou? What tribe does God favor? Since you say you got favorite tribes, you can't talk to each other tribes. So what tribe does your God favor? That's what I want to ask. Let's cut to the damn chase. Because I'm going to show you how stupid and moronic and backwards you are on the world stage. And why you keep losing while you're sitting in goddamn shit rivers and floating on shit.
You see, Mombi is saying that thank you so much for joining us, and also George guys, Sister Michelle, thank you for joining. I see you saying that tribalism is nonsense, not to Africans. That is nonsense because, like I said, the first thing when you land to the country,
he's in Africa, Joby. He's on top.
He knows. I don't know, but I bet there's tribalism over there too.
It is. That's what he told you. He told you tribalism is bad. It's all throughout. I'm not just saying Kenya. I said all black Africa. They told him to go to Mali. If you go to Mali, go back to your tribe in Mali. He ain't from Mali, but the same tribe that's in Gambia is in Mali. It's like the same tribes in Kenya and Tanzania. You know, you should be able to deduce at one time the countries didn't exist and you were more united. That's why you're the same tribes in different countries. They told him to go back. Hey, you speak a certain way. Yeah, you go back to Mali. Like, Mali? I'm not even from Mali.
George is saying that God favors the missionaries, Lord. That is funny. But what they're saying in this article is that just as I move on very quickly, they're saying that for these guys giving the report, for him, it came to his attention that tribalism is the most ruling key in Africa. When a 4-year-old asked him, "Wewe kabila gani?" which means, "What is your tribe?" That is a 4-year-old kid. And it goes on where
and where the 4-year-old kid get it from? His fucking dumbass parents.
So they're going on and saying that politicians have often exploited historic grudges and cultural differences to incite violence so that they can
cultural differences. There ain't much cultural differences in. I cook my meat like this, you cook your meat like that. I hate you. This ignorant nigga shit. You know, you make your ugali like this. Oh, that's cultural difference. And I make my ugali like that. Ooh, it's cultural differences.
We make ugali the same. There's no ugali which.
I'm just saying how stupid it would be. I'm not telling you.
I know. Unless I put my ugali margarine, that is the only difference we have with ugali. But they're saying that in Kenya, the ethnic identity has been used to grant privileges. Sometimes it is the only qualification to consider a job. Like I've been saying this a couple of times.
I told you. Why would you? That means the country is backwards. That's about my tribe if I get a job. And that's all. Like I told you, that's not just in Kenya. That's what I told you. You're the same moronic people all over Africa. That's the same shit that happened in Gambia. Same shit happened. Rumi Zad did a whole show on that shit about Zimbabwe. She couldn't get a job in a certain part of she went to visit a cousin in some city, said she was Shona and not part of another tribe. They wouldn't hire. Oh, what tribe are you from? Oh, no, you're not our tribe. Yeah, that nepotism nonsense is all throughout Africa because you're backward and moronic. That's how you know you should know you're the same damn people. You practice the same shit. It's not just and you've been cut off from each other not knowing that you practice that same stupid shit. Now who's best for the job? No, never that. Are you part of my tribe? Have you been in my tribe? Are you my tribe? Then I'll hire you.
It's crazy. That is how the continent has always been ruled. And they're saying that sometimes it is.
It hasn't always been ruled like that. Africa used to work. As bad as it is now, let me tell you, Africa, you couldn't have built that shit up in Kemet that you see now has been up there for 10,000 years acting as tribes and acting ignorant. You need the best people, the smartest people to do those jobs. That shit's still standing today up there. And can't nobody build it today. So you couldn't, Africa ain't always been fucked up. That's a lie. And Africa ain't all been facing this tribal dumb shit. That is a lie. Because Kemet stands up there today. Still those monuments stand. But no tribal beast building none of that shit. You're talking about highly educated, highly united people. And I can tell you that the tribes that built Kemet, those people. Some are now in South Africa, some are over in Mali called the Dogon, some are down in South Africa called the Zulu. All those people that were up in Kim back then. The Maasai, they were up there. You may be morons now. You wasn't morons, like I told you. Take a 5,000-year-old African and let him meet an African today. He be fucked up in the head. But what? What you talking about?
Tribalism has been weaponized to humiliate and frustrate others, a situation that breeds and siege mentally in those bearing the brunt, and a sense of entitlement among those befitting from it. And politics, therefore, becomes a zero-sum game.
Zero-sum game exactly means politics don't work. It becomes a zero-sum game because it's not about voting the best person in. It's not about actually creating a decent country. It's not about putting the best foot forward for everybody in the country. It's about maintaining power for one tribe. That's what. So if the country don't work, so what? As long as my tribe got power. So it becomes a zero-sum game. It means your elections and your politics is phony because it doesn't benefit the people of the country. And that's why Africa stays where it's at, backward and fucked up. That's why no one respects Africa. That's why you can lead a country and everybody don't want you up in their country. They rape your women, they do all this kind of stuff because you're seen as children backward and neurotic. And you display that. Not just from Kenya, all African countries. Hell, Nigeria's worse with that shit. The tribalism with Nigeria. Nigeria tried to put that bullshit on other people outside. That's why I love when we got to check them Nigerians. Call us, you Akadas. Motherfucker, you don't get your mind right fucking with us. You know we'll knock your ass out. Don't talk about the shit we ain't done. Because African Americans say all the things we created. Motherfucker, the reason why you driving the car is because of us. The reason why you got light bulbs is because of us. And most of the reason why you got a goddamn, reason why you go to a stop sign and say green, red, and yellow is because of us. Reason why you got gas masks because of us. Reason why you got power trains is because of us. So I'll put my inventions against any motherfucker's inventions. You know, you Nigerians keep talking that bullshit. You can't tell me shit you invented. So don't ever come talking that dumb tribal shit to me. Because the African American can always tell you what we've invented. Hell, your modern music from your damn Wizkid and Burna Man come from us. So I always hit you Nigerians in the mouth talking that tribal shit to me. Get your feelings hurt.
So what you mean is Nigeria is worse than even Kenya, right?
Damn right. Islamic religion has taught us that our people, that our ancestors in Kemet were evil. Exactly right. Because that's on purpose. I got to go into that. So, through Christianity and remember, because Islam comes from Christianity, Mumpy. So yeah, Christianity too. Christianity created Islam because they couldn't get the white Arab to worship the white Jesus as a god. That's why you get in the Quran, you guys have Jesus as just a prophet, not the son of God. You have him as a prophet. It's all bullshit, but yeah, it taught you to hate, and that's on purpose. And I go to this tonight when me and Joby do the show. This entity, because that was making you go back to light and get out of this existence. So you're now hating on the people that had the true knowledge and showed you how to get out of here, that you wouldn't keep reincarnating, coming back. So in all these books, you now hate the people, your ancestors, who are the most spiritual, the individuals that taught you the most light and were the closest thing to God. And isn't it funny? In that culture, they venerated black women. In your Muslim culture, you hate women. In your Christian culture, you hate women. Women are always on the bottom. In that culture, they told you do not put women on the bottom. You do not look down on women. You don't wrap your women up in all that goofy ass garb and shit, looking like a goddamn mummy. That comes from crazy white people wrapping this. Reason why you got that Arab garb is to protect them from the sun. When they first got into Africa, and that northeastern part of Africa that you call Arabia, which is a lie. That's Africa, Northeast Africa. So they wrap themselves up to protect their goopy ass skin from the sun. You got black people wrapped up in all that crazy shit and don't even know the reason for it. So you're talking about us falling intellectually. And so it's a reason why you hate is putting in those books to hate. And the funny part, all the religion comes from that area. It's bastardized, but they must hate on that because they would teach you how to raise in vibration, Monty. They would teach you how to get back to God. And the individual that runs this solar system, the unseen entity that goes between the third and the fourth dimension, needs you here to feed off your energy. It can't have you leaving this goddamn solar system and getting back to true God, because it has to have your engines cut off. It's cut off that umbilical cord. That Brooklyn current has been cut off. So it needs you here. It needs you worshiping fake religions and lowering your vibration. Think you're going to hell, and if you get your 39 virgins and all that kind of shit. Like, okay, if you did, how you having sex in Islam? Where you getting these virgins from? If you're in the spirit world, Mumpy, where you getting these virgins from? Where the virgins coming from? They die, you get your 39 or 40 virgins. If you're in the spirit world, how you having sex anyway? How's the spirit have sex? How's a non-physical being having sex? But they teach, and it's the reason they make you as stupid as possible, so they keep these doctrines going. It works for them, not for you. It's the reason why, and that's the reason why they hate on the most advanced civilization that ever lived, and it was African. And the funny, they hate on it, but the white Arab wants it, the white Caucasian wants it. Had nothing to do with none of these motherfuckers. That's why they don't know the culture. That's why they got Islam up there now. That's why the white man, he only had Christianity there. They don't know nothing about the culture. They can't read the language. You know who can still read the language up on the walls? The Dogon. Right there in Mali, still read the language. Because it's African. They still read the hieroglyphs. You know why? Because that's their ancestors who wrote that shit. That's why the Dogons, when they tell you about how the universe actually works, that comes out of Kemet. When they were still ruling Kemet, still building pyramids, still building all that magnificent shit that's still there today. Still there today. Hey, you can't name shit the Arab built, can't name it shit the white man built, that's been around 6,000 years. Oh, you know why? They didn't have any civilization 6,000 years ago. Oh, my bad. How about you can't name shit they built? Hell, you can't name shit the white man or the Arab built that's been around 2,000 fucking years ago. Oh, my bad. Because they really had no civilization. My bad.
Just guys, that every religion says that their God feeds off our worship. I don't know, but for me, I've heard of the worship pattern where God also feeds off the worship too. I think I don't know of the rest of the religions, but I know for Christianity that is what they say. But getting to the topic of the day, family.
So they're just saying that's the energy, that's the fake God that they're worshiping. Jehovah and all that shit, that's the fake God. The real all doesn't need your worship. There's nothing you can give it, George. Nothing you could ever give it. It's everything. So it couldn't be jealous. It couldn't need you to worship it. What could you give it that it doesn't have? The all is everything. And it's in everything. So there's nothing you could give or take away from it. So the idea of you worshiping some shit is moronic. Because the true creator is everything. Why the hell would I need you to worship it? The female, male God, because it's both. That's another thing. If you know how the universe works, we're going to talk about that tonight. There ain't no man God, morons. How you a man God every time you give birth it comes to a woman, stupid? These religions take the woman all the way out of it. You know why? Because the religions are fake. That's why. How you going to have a religion without a woman?
But to get into the topic of the day, family, I wanted to talk about money. I wanted to talk about Mali and the World Bank, which is looking forward to resume its financial operation in Mali. And they are saying that according to the note disclosed that was on Tuesday this particular week by Mali's Ministry of Economy and Finance,
The
the World
World
Bank
Bank,
has
the
allowed
same people that tried to get out and they going back to the World Bank, the same Rothschilds who sponsored the Rockefellers who sponsored the damn French to be in it to begin with. Go, give them some more of that fake. Give them some more of that fake money, Joby. Go ahead.
the World Bank has allowed the lifting of the suspension of its financial operation in Mali, and the measure taken that was in May 2021 after 2 coups in less than a year. And the Vice President, Western and Central Africa for the World Bank, he goes by the name Osuna, sent a letter that was on the 18th of July this year, and the Minister of Economy and Finance announcing that the lifting of the suspension of disbursements for project and program finance by the World Bank in Mali. And they're saying that a development that will enable the release of payments of the companies concerned, as well as the immediate resumption of the activities of the same projects and programs. And the West African presidents lifted early July sanction imposed on Mali. That is the ECOWAS in January, and had imposed a trade of the financial embargo on Mali, and its military government unveiled a scheme to rule for 5 years. Well, definitely we know that they're looking on a way out. They can take control again of the country, because Mali has been trying to fight its way out
Of course. So you get
see that from France, and there's so many people, that have been trying to get themselves free, but again,
the same people that control France, or the same people that run the World Bank. Huh?
Has Mali failed economically? Is it one of the countries supposed to be collapsing?
All countries have failed. All countries in Africa have failed economically. What are you talking about? They're all meant to fail. And from the rich, when the richest empires, that's where Mansa Musa comes from. Why is it poor now? One of the richest countries ever in the world, the richest man that ever lived in the world, and now it's poverty ridden. Explain that. All African countries have failed. There's no success in Africa. You can't name one African country that's a success, Joby. We're talking about financially. They've all been backed and controlled by the colonialists. They all had bad loans and taken over by the white colonial power. So they're all basket cases in Africa. There's no independent African country that doesn't need funding from fucking white people that control it. So no, it's like Mali's in every African country, just struggling to try to get free. Can we at least get some damn respect? Can we stop having white people come in and control us and tell us what to do? Can we have some dignity? Can we be adults? Can we manage our own goddamn affairs without white people coming stealing every goddamn thing? Can we treat our people with some fucking respect? Can we get some dignity? That's what Mali's asking. And the World Bank is saying, no, nigga, you'll do what you're told to do.
Exactly. We know that most of the African countries, I've not seen any other African country trying that. It's only Mali. But I bet the rest of them, if they want to come with the same voices, we want to do this, we want to get respect, really far gone, especially in terms of debt. We have a lot of debt that we can't be let go.
You putting debt on purpose. That debt was given to you on purpose. It's not a lot. That fake paper money was given to you on purpose. Whoa. That fake money was given to you on purpose. That fake money was given to you on purpose. Understand, that fake money was given to you on purpose. To put you in debt, to say, we're going to give you fake money for your real assets, Joby. That money scheme was created to put, Africans have already paid off. Let me give you a dirty secret, Joby. Africans have already paid off all that debt. They've already paid off all the debt. They just keep making more debt. Most of the African countries have overpaid the debt.
With poverty.
Huh?
With poverty. That is what I'm saying. We have paid, also we still are in poverty. Even if
because that World Bank is saying you still owe more debt. You have poverty because you admit to it. I told you poverty's organized in Africa. It's organized. Oh, okay. Understand this. You need to understand this. When the white man left Europe, he set up a racial pyramid scheme. Him on top and black on the bottom. Around the world, he set up this scheme. That's why white supremacy is global. His scheme is white on top, black on the bottom. So he needs to make sure black people stay on the bottom to keep his racial pyramid scheme that he set up. He put whites on top, Asians on the second, and East Indians, and then black people. That's how the thing works. So they work to make sure you stay impoverished. They're not working in your benefit. The World Bank, the IMF, America told you. Even America, when you read that, you understand. America said we don't even want you to develop a clothes manufacturing plant to help your people have clothes. They said, no, nigga, you must wear. When you read it, they said you must wear our own shit. You know how disrespectful, how crazy that sounds? People saying, no, you must wear our own shit. Is American wearing the Africans' own shit? No. But white people wearing the Africans' own shit? Nobody. Nobody would even do no shit like that. Because it's disrespectful. So that's the relationship that they've set up with the African world. That's the relationship. Disrespectful. It's called being a parasite. They parasite off the wealth of Africa and African people. That's what they've always done. That's how they were able to take people out of Africa to build their empires. I think North and South American and Jamaican, all that shit got built by African slaves. So you're talking about a parasitical relationship. They're parasites, Jovi. So the relationship is always going to be unfair. They feed off of us. They feed off our energy like this entity that created them. You understand it now? It's spiritual. They're parasites. That's why when you see black people alone doing their thing in a chat room, white people always come and feed off your energy and say something stupid. You don't ever go around them and go in their chat room, but they always come to us. Because they're parasites. Go ahead, Jovi.
But we are coming to the end of today's broadcast. That is what I really wanted to discuss on. And of course, all this, the World Bank, the IMF, ECOWAS, the UN, the EU, all of them, they come to benefit in Africa. They try to act like, the problem is always to the citizens because we don't know how, most of the people don't know how to analyze the information coming out. We just take it as it comes. But
well, you see, as you say, you have to realize that they're still, and what did, as Katie showed you, what did when they kicked out France? France went where? Right next door to Niger, right next to the country next door. But Molly said, you got to go, get out of here. And said, yeah, we're not going nowhere. We're going right next door to our other African puppet nation. And so we'll just steal and cause problems from there. We're not going nowhere. We're not leaving Africa to you niggas. Are you crazy? That's where the world's wealth at. We're not giving up Africa to you morons. Shit. Africa's where the money's at. We're going to stay here and steal it all. And that's what they do. They're parasites. We're not going to be. So.
Much love, family. Thank you so much for joining. George, Sister Michelle, thank you for joining. And Mombi Dampa and Kay Williams, I saw you also on the building. Thank you, Kate, also for joining today's broadcast. Remember to join Kate. That is the information I had for you. But in case you are missing anything.
Johnny was about to go vote for Bobby Wine. We'll send you over to Uganda. I got to get you guys passport. Right? And we need you guys passports, though. Shit. It's been almost a year. Where these passports?
I'd really love to go to Uganda. I'd love to see the situation on how it just is.
When I send you guys to Rwanda, you got to go to Uganda anyway. So I send you guys to Uganda to stay with Maria for a couple of days.
Well, I'm surprised. Apparently, Kenya and Tanzania have been ranked to be having the best passports. I don't know. There was a report came yesterday about passports, and yet we don't even have our own passport. So I wonder how is Kenya being ranked amongst the toppest, in best, in passport production. But let's see how
That's,
it will go.
that's what
Maybe
I
before
said,
the end of the
Mumpy.
war.
That's what I said, Mumpy. The only way to get all of you, if you got to go to war. Exactly right. The reason why you got Boko Haram, that's France again. Remember, and Boko Haram, what does Boko Haram mean? Mumpy, you know the Muslim. What does it mean? Not read books, no books allowed, or some crazy shit. But the Boko Haram is sponsored by France. And so if Nigeria wants to stop that, sadly enough, the northern part is Muslim like these morons. You're going to have to wipe them out and you're going to have to go to war. You're going to go to France. These are the people that's warring us. See, all this dumb shit you do, African people. You're going to go to war with this white man. I know you're Jesus. No, you're Allah, niggas. Those are the ones that are African. You have to get together. That means you got to put down your dumb tribal beasts and actually go fight your real goddamn enemy. That scares you coward ass niggas. You might have to fight the white man again like your ancestors did when they were whipping that white man's ass back in the day. They didn't get into Africa until the fall of the Moorish Empire, morons. So that means all the wars you won against white people, stupid. But you don't know history no more. And you worship these people that you used to whip their ass. Now you're scared. Oh, the white man, the white man, the white man. The white man sure glad by. White man, you're going to have to fight the white man to get Africa back, dummy. He's not going to up and leave. He's not going to say, I'm going to leave rich Africa alone and go back to Europe and be poor up in Europe. Only reason I'm rich is because I stole Africa from you niggas. That's where the wealth came from, and that's where I came out of Europe to go get. I didn't come out of Europe not to stay poor. So always and you're right, Mumpy. There's gonna have to be war. And black people do not like to hear about no real war. I war against the next tribe, Mumpy. I war against the Kikuyu. I war against the Lu. I war against the Kamba. Or the other. But they won't war against that Arab who's fucking raping their women over in goddamn Dubai and Abu Dhabi and Saudi Arabia. These are acts of motherfucking war. You don't see no African man raping no Arab women, no white Arab women, no African. You know why? Because that motherfucking white Arab would say that's act of war. We coming to kill you, nigga. We coming to get you. And the black man knows that. That's why he don't do it. Think you don't know that? He may be stupid enough not to know us. He know you fucking anybody else's woman, that's an act of war. And they coming to see you. I think you see African men beating up on white women in Africa because they know the white man's coming to war with your ass. Black man. Let me let Joby go. Joby always trying to get out of here like she got.
No, I'm trying to. I'm working on time. Okay, I work with time. I work with time. That is what being a manager, I guess, is all about. I'm trying to work with time.
Well, exactly. They're quick to fight a war with another tribe. That's what this shit happened in Africa during this election. He's not my tribe. I'll fight another tribe. Motherfucker, fight the cracker who's got you impoverished, you idiot. Do that.
Don't get angry.
I'm not gonna do that. That's
very
my
early in
Jesus.
the morning.
That's my Jesus. What'd you say, Joey?
I'm saying it's very early in the morning. Don't get depression, please. Don't be super angry. I mean, I get your anger, but watch out. It's very early in the morning.
It makes me angry, Joey. That what Mumpy saying is absolutely correct, and it's the only people that do this. Yeah, Nigeria from Gambia to Nigeria, God, it angers me. You'll fight each other, but we'll never fight the real enemy that keeps us oppressed and impoverished. It ain't the other African, the tribe keeping you oppressed and impoverished. Sorry, Negroes. It's the white man. It's your fake ass Jesus and Allah. You ready to go fight him? Oh no, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm not ready.
Shut the hell up. Tell me about you being impoverished, then, moron.
Much love, family.
Much love, family. Much love.
Come
back and join Katie. We'll What about Katie too?
Yes, Mombi Danfa, Kay Williams, and also George Guy and the sister Michelle and Keith. Thank you so much for joining today's broadcast, and I hope you have enjoyed the show and learned.
It must not be that cold this morning, Joe. It's not. It must not be that cold. You ain't got your coat. You ain't got your jacket on. It's all right.
No, it's not. It's not that cold today. For me, I don't feel cold. I feel a little bit warm. But much love, family. Have an amazing day.